So first, could you introduce yourself to our audience?
Sure. My name is Mike Chan. I'm the CEO of Gaia Longevity, and we are the first and only dedicated longevity medicine practice here in the Philippines. How are you liking the country so far?
Oh, I love it. People are
good.
so friendly and the facility is so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think what makes Gaia unique is that we are, as far as I know, the very first to incorporate AI and longitudinal data tracking to track the health of our members. So if you see these devices that I'm wearing biosensors all over my body, and I showed you the app on my phone that we use to track all of the data of our members. And with that much data, we actually use AI to personalize the interventions that we give for our members. So it's all data driven. So we're not guessing. We act upon the data that we receive from your unique physiology using your wearables, right? So I think in that sense we're unique. We track our members for years, not weeks, not months, but for years. So yeah, that's it.
I help people stay on track and support them anytime, anywhere, right?
Exactly. So for those if your audience are not familiar with the concept of longevity medicine, it is the science of maximizing health span and lifespan. So what we aim to do is we ask the question, with the current technology that we have today, can we engineer the human body to last a strong 100 years, right? We believe that's very doable through science. And the reason why we don't track for 1 week or 1 month is that's not longevity, right? How long do you want to be healthy? 1 week? Sure, we can do that, right? No. Our philosophy is if you're going to do this right. And that means regular longitudinal tracking.
I really like this concept. Feel like you are in a supportive community, a big family, and you always get help when you need it, right?
Yes, we are a members facility for now, so it's only open to members. And you're right, the community is very important, right? You have to have people who are supportive of what you're doing, because otherwise it's going to be very hard to do it on your own.
Yeah. So what are the milestones?
The milestones were, I showed you some before and afters, right?
Yeah,
Some before and after transformations. The milestone is that we are the newest in Southeast Asia. So there are 4 official longevity medicine practices, one in Singapore, one in Thailand, one in Hong Kong, one in the Philippines. We are the largest by footprint. This is 50,000 square meters. So we're the largest in Southeast Asia. We're also the newest. We just opened 2024, but we already have close to 8 longevity tech partners from all over the world, including Singapore, Croatia, the UK, the US, and these are very well-established technology providers. So we're very happy with the fact that we can actually get them to join us to bring longevity medicine to the Philippines.
Oh, so it's always upbeat and just work with highest technology
Yes.
in the field, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Our job is to really not develop the technologies. We don't have the expertise for that. But what we are very good at is finding the technologies that are very promising, vetting them, and then being able to translate them and bring them for our members, right? So these new technologies, because they're so new, if you were to wait for FDA or all of these approvals, that'll take 20 years. So some of us don't have 20 years.
Yeah.
So we need the technology now.
So you are actually creating a very healthy ecosystem in this field, right?
Yes.
So you are bring all those specialty experts come together as a team, work for the clients, right?
Exactly. So we're actually registering. We're in the process for getting our accreditation as a longevity medicine institute. So when that accreditation comes out, we will be the first in Asia that will be both an institute and a practice So there are institutes that study longevity, but they just study it. And then there are practices that bring interventions, but they don't really do the research side. So what we're doing is we're going to be combining. So as we discover the research and when we see it's promising, we can directly, immediately translate it for our members.
Okay. Wow, it's amazing. So I like to your walk through. If I'm a client who is interested in coming, so what's the steps and become your member?
So it's very easy. Number one, you have to be able to commit, right? So because this is not something that you're going to do for the weekend and then that's it, right? We take longevity very seriously. So if you're interested, when you come here, we need to onboard you. So the onboarding process is when we do the diagnostics, we do biological age, DNA methylation, you've seen immunoglobulin glycosylation, physical function, you've done that this morning, the body composition analysis. So we do a baseline, and then once we have our baseline, we give you the report, and then now we attach the wearables. We feed all of that data into AI, and then AI is going to be able to tell us, for you, this is what you need to be doing, this is how you need to be eating, these are the supplements you need to be taking, and these are the interventions that will most likely work for you. So we have that baseline, now we execute, right? We give you the interventions, we do the program, and then we track your data. Is it going where we want it to go? Are you losing body fat? Are you gaining muscle mass? How is mitochondrial function, right? All of the things that we can measure, are they improving, right? So the goal for the members is to become the optimal versions of themselves. I'm 54. Am I the best 54 I can be? Right? At 64, I want to be the best 64. You've seen some of our members, right? Even in their 50s, 60s, they still look great. So that's the goal, because you need to remember the goal is to engineer a body that will last a strong 100 years. And for that to happen, I have to be strong at 50. I have to be strong at 60. Otherwise, I'm never going to get to 100 strong, right? So essentially, that is the central thesis, is how can we optimize you so that your body will be free of disease in your later years, and you will have a high quality of life in the marginal decade, the last 10 years of life.
Sounds very interesting. And you help people to extend their healthy span.
Health span, yes.
Health span in their lifespan, right?
Yes. The theory is that if you can extend the health span, the lifespan will follow, right? So some interesting statistics, people who live to 90 to 100, if you can remain disease-free until 70. So this is these are clinical findings. If you are at 70, not needing cholesterol medications or hypertensive medications or diabetes medications, if you can regulate your physiologic functions without the aid of medication at 70, if you're female, you're 50% more likely to reach 90 and beyond. If you're male, you're 40% more likely to reach 90 and beyond. So just being maintenance medication free, that's already a huge step, right? Because most people are already doing maintenance in their 40s or 50s. So that, to us, that's not allowed.
Yeah, so could you elaborate on the details how you support members to achieve the optimal health?
Sure. So this is all science-based, right? We are actually, we don't use interventions that do not have strong evidence. So this is not going to sound sexy, but most of our interventions really focus on the basics. How can we clean up your diet? How can we get you to exercise or move in such a way that supports your health? How do we fix your sleep so that you're getting optimal sleep every night? So a lot of it centers on what we call the soft limits, meaning the things you can do for free. So we start there. And then from there, once we optimize, once we reach the limits of your biology, now we explore the hard limits, right? Like even at 54, even if I am, I would be considered in good shape. For somebody who's 54, I'm still not going to have the testosterone levels I had when I was 18, right? I'm not going to have the same hormones. I'm not going to have the same functions. So that's the limit of biology. Now we go to the hard limits. Now we use cellular therapies, stem therapy, peptides, secretomes, peptoids, these new advances in cellular technology that I'm talking about, to now augment the limits of my biology. So a lot of people don't realize this, but the human animal, right? We are the only species that are not limited by our biology, because we use technology to augment our biology, right? So for most animals, once, you know, if they get sick, if they get injured, if they get old, then they die. Not with humans. If our hearts fail, we can replace it. If we break our bone, we can set it back again, right? So we use technology. And the more we discover, the longer we tend to live. So we are at that point where we are exploring these cellular therapies, and we're developing the technologies to extend not just the healthy years, but the lifespan as well.
So I can see you are such a good role model for your company vision. Yeah. So could you share some of your personal aging well?
My strategy.
Yeah, your strategies. Yeah.
Okay, because I track all of my data. So for me, my personal strategy is very simple. My nutrition has to be optimal. The nutrition, like I shared with you, I eat about 3,000 calories a day. I eat a lot of food. So most people think that, oh, you should be eating less. We don't subscribe to that, because as I mentioned earlier, calories also equal nutrition. If I restrict your calories, I will be restricting your nutrition. No other animal on earth will voluntarily restrict their calories, right? That doesn't happen. So I optimize for my nutrition, and the only way I can eat that much food in order to keep my skeletal muscle, to keep my bone health, to keep all of my hormonal functions, thyroid optimal, is to eat clean. I don't eat anything that's processed. I don't add any extra salt to my food, no dairy, no cream. So there are certain restrictions that we use, but that allows me to maximize my nutrition. I can eat a lot of food and not get fat. I'm at 11%.
I can see that.
But you've seen me eat, right? We have lunch together, and that's how I would normally eat. So that's one. The other thing is I make sure that I have regular movement, right? So I don't like to use the word exercise, because that implies I have to do a structured activity, right? To me, as long as I'm moving a certain way, like I play tennis twice a week, 2 hours each time, and for me that's enough, right? I don't do it because I have to. I do it because I enjoy it, right?
Wow.
So the movement part, I make sure that my body is very active, and then the sleep. I showed you my sleep data. So I make sure that I am in bed every night by 9:30 and I'm up by 6:30. So my sleep is very much dialed in. So those are the basics. Those are the things that anyone can do for free. The thing that makes it different for me is that I don't guess. Most people, when they see something on YouTube, oh, it's intermittent fasting, I'll try that, right? Oh, keto diet, I'll try that.
Yeah.
I tried them, it doesn't work for me, right? I use data.
You're evidence-based.
It's evidence-based, right? I know that if I ate, so most people will say, oh, eat 4 hours before or 3 hours before bedtime. Don't eat. For me, that doesn't work. If I ate 3 hours before or 2 hours before or 1 hour, it doesn't affect my sleep, as long as I get the same total number of calories. So for me, I don't have to follow that advice, because it doesn't do anything for me, right? So everything that I do is based on interventions. I tried the keto diet, you saw my LDL, it shot up very, very high. Some people are saying, oh, it's not a problem, but for me, I follow the evidence, and the evidence says that the higher your cholesterol levels, the stronger the chance you'll develop atherosclerosis. So now my cholesterol is very low. You're seeing 85, no maintenance medication.
Yeah.
So again, evidence-based, that's the key. It is the basics done correctly using data, right? I don't go by how I feel, I go by what the data shows me.
Which is very good monitor system you have. You have a watch and a ring.
The watch, I have a continuous glucose monitor that tracks my sugar.
Wow!
And I wear a different ring at night. It's a medical grade pulse oximeter. It shows me my oxygenation levels. So it's very interesting. We find a lot of our patients who actually have sleep apnea and they have no idea that they have it. And then when we monitor them, we show them the data. You actually have sleep apnea. And that's the only time they realize. No wonder when I wake up, I still feel tired. And yeah, so all of these, because we tend to get used to, right? If people are not optimally healthy, because they've been suboptimal for so long, they think it's normal. Oh yeah, I don't feel good when I wake up, but I'm already 40, I'm already 50, so this must be normal. No, it's not normal. You have to. My goal is every time I wake up, it's like my daughter. When my 7-year-old daughter wakes up, she's ready to, Daddy, let's play, right? That's how it should be. When you're young, you wake up, you're ready to go. To me, that's my goal. Every single morning when I get up, I'm ready to go. I know if I don't get really good sleep, I'm going to wake up tired, groggy, and the rest of the day I'm going to be cranky, I'm going to be hungry, my blood sugar is going to be high. So I'm very careful with my inputs.
So basically, you evaluate those information and you make necessary steps to better.
Yes, with data, we can course correct you on the spot, right? Because think about the usual health practice. You go once a year to see your doctor, if you go at all, right? You have blood tests. And then you go one year to the next, and then they say, okay, hey, this year we see that your blood pressure is high, your sugar is high, I'm going to give you metformin, I'm going to give you these medications. They don't know what happened within the year. So how can you effectively see where the intervention needs to be if you don't know what happened during the year? With us, because we monitor every day, if your blood sugar begins to go up, we can already tell you, hey, we're getting an alert from AI, your blood sugar is going up. We have to do something about it, right? So it's addressing the problem while it's small, not when it's already a problem.
I really like this concept. Basically, you use very advanced monitor system and to make necessary changes, right? I think that's the difference from you to other places.
I mean, you've been to other places.
Yeah. So I really, I'm really impressed with this concept.
Thank you.
So what is your long-term vision? What is your short-term, long-term vision in your facility?
So the short-term vision is to get all of our members healthy. So we have room for 400 members. Currently, we have about 100. We just opened last October. So our short-term vision is to collect 400 members and make all of them optimally healthy. So with the data that we have, we can begin to democratize. So this kind of intervention, unfortunately, is very expensive, right? Because everything is done for you, right? But with these monitors becoming cheaper and cheaper, eventually we can do it for everybody. And what we want to do is through our app with enough data. So we know that if you're male, if you're within this age range, this is what's likely going to work for you. If you're female, this is what's most likely going to work. And now we can begin to translate that so that people can just access it and do it for themselves through the app. So the long-term vision is to be able to make healthy longevity the new normal for as many people who want it as possible. That's it.
What would you like to say to your future guests if they want to interested in coming to see and experience? What would you like to say?
So if you are serious about living longer, if you are serious about extending the quality of your years, because here's the reality, Angela, 99% of people will not plan for how they're going to age. They're going to hope that they age well. But the chances of that happening it's very, very small, right? So if you are interested in really maximizing your healthy years, come and visit us, because if you are willing to put in the work, we would love to actually show you and work with you to see how we can best maximize your unique genome, your unique body, and then by doing that, we can be helping more people, right, who can't afford to come here personally. They can at least learn from us.
Yeah, so you have different options for people who want to maybe experience a few days, or you have different membership options as well. So
yes, so if you're not a member and you're from abroad, you can actually try our Introduction to Gaia program. So this is 5 days, 3 to 5 days. You come here, we're going to onboard you, we're going to test you, so you can have a feel of, and as you've seen, everything that is served here, they're all natural,
very
no preservative,
tasty,
very tasty, thank you. But you saw our kitchen is glass. We want our members to look inside and see that, no, we're not using anything that's packaged, or everything is made from scratch, right? So we want you to experience an environment that supports your health, because most modern environments, they actually don't, right? The food is bad, the stress is too high, nobody exercises, everybody's sitting behind the desk. So we want to put you in an environment where you don't even have to think of these things, right? From the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed, everything here supports your health. So we have that program, and then we have the 1-year membership program. In Canadian dollars, it's about 7,000 Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
Very reasonable.
For the service they get, it's pretty reasonable from my point of view. Yeah.
So 1-year monitoring, your stay here is already free. We give you the devices so that we can track you remotely. And then you have 24-hour concierge health services, meaning you will have your own doctor, your own nutritionist, your own physical therapist if you have pain, your own mindfulness coach, your own strength and conditioning coach. So even the movements, even your exercise, we monitor that for you. We do it via Zoom, so twice a week. You're going to have interactions with your strength and conditioning coach. And every week you're going to get a report. And that report is going to show you how many calories are you eating, how much protein, how much carbohydrates, how much fats, right? You get a weekly report. So our philosophy is very simple. If we can measure it, we can fix it, right? Anything you can measure, you can manage. So we do it with you in real time. You're getting the report, you're seeing, oh, okay, so this is my input. I need to adjust this in order to get this kind of output, right?
You see the progress step by step, right?
Step by step, and you learn.
Yeah.
You learn as you go. That's very important. If we're going to make this sustainable, you have to know what's working, right? I cannot just say, hey, do this and do that. So we actively encourage you guys, our visitors, our guests, you report to us every day. Because as you report to us, our AI algorithm learns about you, we learn about you, you learn about yourself.
Wow, great. Oh, wow. I strongly encourage people come to here, try it. You love it. I love it here. I would want to go. So what is your take-home message or call of action?
Oh, interesting. You're the first person who actually asked me that. It's actually very simple. Be proactive with your health. Don't wait for the doctors to tell you that you need to be doing this and that. A lot of doctors are very well-meaning, they're good people, but they're seeing so many patients, they don't have time to focus on you. Your health is your responsibility. It's not the responsibility of your wife or your husband. It's not the responsibility of your doctor. It is your responsibility. And with AI, it's very easy nowadays to stay on top of your health, right?
Yeah.
There's really no excuse.
Yeah.
So my take-home message is, you act now. If you don't know where to start, you can call us for a free consultation, but more importantly, if you really want it, you will be able to find it, you will be able to do it.
I think your call of action is very powerful and yet very practical. Yeah.
Thank you. Right.
So,
be practical.
Yeah. So where people can find more information from you.
Okay, so our social media pages are House of Gaia, and our website is houseofgaia.ph for Philippines. Houseofgaia.ph.
Yeah. So I love the country. It's my first time in Philippines. I really enjoy.
I'm sure this is not going to be the last visit.
I think people should come here and see the culture and see the service here.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I want to come back. It's just such a great place to be. And thank you so much for your time.
No, it's my pleasure.
Just making such difference in people's lives.
Oh, thank you. I tried.
May you all forever young. See you next time. Bye.